Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm going to kind of start us off today. And if you're joining us for the first time and you've never heard of Shoply, so hopefully what we're going to be doing for you guys today is giving you kind of a broad strokes understanding of what it is that we do, why we're so excited, and why the person that thought highly of you to bring you onto this Zoom. So what this should be is for anyone that is of influence, right? So you're a leader, you're successful in business, you have done something in your life that has made you successful, and that's why you're on this. We are in our pre kind of launch phase of our Shoply 3.0 version. And what that means is we're moving into this new tech integration phase. And what we're doing in this phase is bringing on the most influential people on the front end prior to our big launch. And so what we're going to be kind of going through today is what is Shoply? What does that tech integration look like? What are the pillars that we have and the things in our company that really make up and compose what we are about and why we think this is so special. The underarching or overarching, whatever the right way to say that is, the overarching principle and the backbone to what we do is social commerce, right? And if you are anyone in this world, I would say my husband's probably one of the people that is the least up to speed on social commerce, to be honest. He's like, I don't order anything. You do all the ordering, you do all the buying. So, for him, it's a little bit less impactful, but for all of us females that probably do most of the ordering in our households, social commerce, online ordering, influencer purchasing, it's become a huge, huge component. I don't even know the last time I went into a store, to be honest. And what that means is the the surge of what this is going to be as more people start to adopt the digital space, the influencing, the virality. Social commerce is going to be even bigger than I think this particular slide says of 1.2 trillion in 2025. I would be willing to bet that we're going to exceed that this year going into 2026 based off how many companies have transitioned into this integration of social commerce with influencers and kind of jumping on that bandwagon because of I read something the other day that said that influence are the central pillar of e-commerce, and influencers are driving what brands are doing. They're driving the way they're advertising. They have become that tip of the arrow for so many brands in so many ways. There's a company called Accenture that is one of the leading business consulting firms and agencies in the world. And what they went through, I think in 2022, around there, maybe slightly earlier, they defined what exactly a social commerce ecosystem is, because it's a newer term, right? So for anyone that kind of hasn't been up to speed on this, you might hear social commerce and go, well, I don't even know what that is, even though I've heard the word. I don't actually by definition understand what that really means. And so they created this diagram of, what exactly is social commerce. And essentially what it is it's, these users, us, all of us people out there in the world that are coming via some kind of platform, whether it's social media, whether it's a Pinterest type platform, which I guess is social media too, a Telegram, YouTube, all of these platforms have users. And those users are being connected to products through influencers, creators, and resellers. Those resellers, creators, and influencers are connected through small brands. And those small brands are looking to get products out, to get sometimes digital products out. And they're the ones looking for those creators and influencers and resellers to bring them to the users. That gap, it used to be different, right? So we didn't have that kind of insertion of that category prior to, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, whenever Facebook kind of started. Prior to that time, small brands went straight to users, via commercials on TV, via advertisements, via, ads in the paper that you were reading. So it's that kind of segmentation and insertion of that category has really changed how marketing happens and the flow of social commerce and that ecosystem and the buying system. And what happens is what we've realized is that Shoply is one of the platforms that's going to be housing and the ecosystem in and of itself that's going to be a home for all of that. And when you think about how vast that could be and how much of a future we have being able to cover all of that category, that's huge. And we're not talking about one category in one specific industry in one country. What you're looking at is an opportunity that is much, much more immense than I know I've ever been a part of. And when if you've ever watched, and I know this is probably a more of an American type show, I'm sure there's some kind of a UK and EU version called Shark Tank. And when I would watch that, my husband and I love that show. One of the things that they would talk about is, what's the market opportunity and for your specific category, for your specific product. And that has to be a consideration when you're looking at an opportunity, right? Is what's the scalability of it? What countries can I go to? And what's the opportunity available in front of me? And social commerce is so vast and so pervasive now. It's a huge opportunity for any company that gets it right, for any platform that figures out the right way to unify people. This is just kind of one of those things that helps give credence to what it is that we're doing to social commerce and the track that we're on. I think it was now last August, Amazon, who we all know is one of the biggest companies based on fulfillment for products in the world at this point now. They realized that there is a gap in their market that they were not servicing and having a way to integrate in influencer marketing and influencers. And so what they did is they created a partnership with TikTok, which was the fastest growing social media platform at the time, and said, let's do a partnership because we can do what you can't do and you can do what we can't do. And that just shows that unification of brands based off of a need is a real thing that's happening. And that's kind of what we're doing is we've looked and said, okay, who do we need to unify with based off this space that's going to create the right go-to-market option as a platform for our users, for our team builders, for our customers, for all the people that are going to make up the Shoply ecosystem. And this just shows how mainstream all of this is going. Social commerce, influencer marketing, mega influencers, you can't hop onto social media now without seeing those people push through your feed, right? Whatever channel you're on, whatever platform you're on, those mega influencers are dominating. They're now bumping their posts. They're putting all of those things out there, and we're able to see them. And what you're seeing here on the screen is the power that those mega influencers have on buying in this space. Zhang Zhang in the middle, she does 3 seconds. She shows a product for 3 seconds on the screen, and people are purchasing it. I mean, that doesn't show the power that this has on the e-commerce space. I don't know what does. The gentleman on the right, Li Jiang, he did 1.7 billion in collective sales in 12 hours. There's companies that in their entire lifetime will never do 1.7 billion in sales, let alone one man, one phone, one live stream, and he generated more than some third world countries will generate in an entire year. And so the power that live commerce, social media influence have in this industry is just astounding right now. And it's moving into a space that's not going to stop anytime soon. It's not going to slow down. And so companies that recognize this and figure out a way to integrate this into their platform, what they're doing, are going to really win in the long run. And so, Shoply has figured out so many different segments and how to really capitalize on that it's very, very exciting to be a part of it. So I'm going to stop there and it looks like we've got Nick on. So I'm excited to let him kind of take care of the rest of all this. So Nick, I'm going to kick it over to you. For interest of time, I'm going to just kind of kick it over quick and let you start. I'll pull
All
slides.
right,
I'm going to do an intro or I can keep going.
we're good. Thank you. I'm going to take over the slides.
Oh, perfect.
All right, guys. So, my name is Nick Sarnicola here in Miami, dad of two. I'm the president of Shoply. I've been in entrepreneurship for a couple decades. The last company that I built, we built 3.5 million customer base in 19 countries. We did a couple billion in sales. So it was a fantastically built company. And I was tasked alongside of Rod Larson, by a gentleman by the name of Terry LaCour, to take this huge vision of what was in Terry's brain and try to bring it to the marketplace, try to create the technology and the processes and find the people. And it was a huge undertaking for Shoply 1.0 and 2.0. But the idea by far is it's just the best idea out there for, for the different ways you can participate. And as we got more and more down the path of brainstorming, we said, what we're really doing is we're decentralizing commerce, not in the way of blockchain, but in the way of breaking up of, centralized entities and giving the power back to the people. Think about what is centralized commerce in your mind. I think of Amazon. I think of Facebook ads. I think of Google AdWords or pay-per-click. I think of Alibaba. I think of Walmart. These are all examples of companies that have figured out how to squeeze out every dollar from the store owner, from the customer, from the influencer, so that they can become multi-trillion-dollar companies now. And we said, well, let's be a marketplace that takes those profits and gives them back to the people. Let's go get product vendors of physical products and digital products. Let's have them brought to us by people, that have a knack for business development. And we'll have social media influencers, team builders, and then eventually millions of customer rewards members that we bring to these store owners. And everybody will take place in the success of the ecosystem. So I'm going to talk about each of these for a second really quickly. First of all, the merchants, the store owners. Why does a store owner want to go live, want to download our app on September 15th and go live in our marketplace October 15th? The answer is number one, exposure. We've got affiliates and influencers all over the world that are going to post, they're going to share, they're going to drive traffic. Number two is you have to leverage our sales force. So those same people are actually going to get leads and try to convert them into customers. Number three is you don't pay for a customer acquisition with us until after we get you a customer. So your cost of acquisition is super predictable. It's not this vacillating up and down Facebook ads scenario where you're paying up front. And then lastly, for the more advanced store owners, they might launch their own affiliate channel of our software with their products. How is this being possible from a technology perspective? Well, we're fully integrating into Shopify. And for those of you guys that don't know who Shopify is, I think they're the fourth largest e-commerce platform in the world. They are a $150 billion company. They operate in 170 countries. They have grown every quarter for the last 2 years, double digits. And they have 5 million stores and growing. 5 million stores and growing. So all that needs to happen is a Shopify store owner downloads our app and immediately it pulls their store into our marketplace. They can download that app on September 15th. So what does Shopify do versus what do we do? They build your website to sell in e-commerce. They give you your payment options and checkouts and your back-end tools and back-end management. We are marketing and sales and Salesforce. Two totally different functions. So we can really help brands out there that are looking to win and looking to succeed. Let's talk about what's the opportunity for influencers. Well, when the marketplace goes live on October 15th, there will be, I'm going to guess, around 1,000 stores on day one, and then growing every day from that point forward. So we will eventually hit tens of thousands of stores, thousands of stores with tens of thousands of products. And I think it's fair to say we will one day have tens of thousands of stores. Guys, if we only have 1% of the stores on Shopify, we have 50,000 stores. That's at 1%. What we do is we give one place for an influencer to go search different categories that they can find the stuff that matters to them. They don't have to sign up with 20 different companies and 20 different contracts and 20 different commission structures. Super easy, straightforward, one platform. Number two is our influencers can see very clearly what their incentive is, what their direct bonus is, and they receive 100% of that direct bonus. No games, super straightforward, super direct. Also, some influencers out there are getting burnt out on all of the copycat influencers that every time they make a move, someone else copies it and eats into their market share. Well, we will actually incentivize you to create copycats. We will incentivize you as an influencer to teach 5, 10, 100 other influencers in a community how to do what you do. We literally have vendors paying us to give money to you to go create other influencers who want to do this. Now, important to note, Stacy was trying to give the high level when she was talking about those mega influencers, people that do $1 billion in sales in 12 hours. We are actually for the nano influencer. Right now, if you have between 1,000 and 10,000 followers on your social media, you personally, you're a nano influencer as defined by, the boardroom of social media companies. It doesn't matter if whether you think you are or not, that's what you're called in the Facebook boardroom. What's interesting about nano influencers is that they have the highest engagement. They're the most authentic voice. You're super niche. So people respond to you, people engage, people leave comments. So we look for nano influencers, or we look to develop nano influencers through our training program. This is what you should assume on October 15th, our marketplace will look like. It'll be extremely similar to this right here. Very simple, very clean. Products, product categories, companies. You'll be able to search, you'll be able to filter. Somebody will then click on a product. And when they click on a product will pop up. They'll be able to navigate through that product store, because maybe that store has multiple product lines. Maybe they just have one product line, and they'll be able to see specific type of rewards that are available and sharing tools that are available. And I got a special bonus for anyone that gets Stanley off from Shopify onto Shoply. A special bonus for whoever gets Stanley Cups on. Come on, let's make it happen. So what will happen then is you'll see these sharing tools on every product and these rewards on every product. Each of these sharing tools have individual attribution to every affiliate influencer per product across the whole marketplace. So when they hit the share button for this particular product and they hit the Facebook button, boom, it generates a Facebook post. Say what you want to say. You're now doing social commerce. Okay, this fresh face kit says, we'll pay you $12 direct bonus for every one of these that you sell. So you might see products that have a $5 direct bonus. You might see products that have a $500 direct bonus. Think about what this is going to look like when there's exercise equipment on there, and there's a piece of equipment that sells for $4,000, and they're willing to pay an influencer $700 for everyone they sell. Might be a good day that day for a fitness influencer that sells 3 of those and makes $2,100. Let's go to the next section. This is one I absolutely believe is the glue. In October 2026, we will be ready with what I'll call our basic rewards member program. People just buying and getting points and redeeming points, etc. But October 15th, when we go live, our Rewards Plus model will already be live. And this means we're going to position ourselves right in the middle of, we believe, creating the ultimate customer cashback model. There's 3 types of customer rewards models. There's membership-based, there's network marketing companies, and there's cashback companies. We took the top 3 in cashback, the top 3 in membership, and then 3 MLM companies that might have diversified product lines. Take a look at this. Cashback rewards, everyone does except for these 2. Average cash rewards, 1% to 6% for the average cashback reward company. We're going to absolutely blow those companies away. Then you say, okay, well, tell me about membership based. Oops. Tell me about membership based. Great question. Well, the challenge with these two over here is, you've got to go pick up the stuff at the store. Okay, well, what about the big one, Amazon? Amazon is the big one. There's no doubt about it. Amazon will be the biggest competition for anyone that is over 45 years old that's looking at our company, that's looking at our rewards. As long as our cashback rewards are equal to or greater than the free shipping of Amazon, we win. And when I say we win, I'm not saying we're going to beat Amazon. Do you guys understand? If all we do is take 1% of Amazon's market share, we're a $25 billion company. 1%. I'd be really happy with a quarter of 1%. I'm good with a $6 billion company. Rakuten's a $15 billion company. We don't need to beat them. Like we beat them in terms of our offer, but we don't need to beat them in size. I'd be great to have, a portion of the size of their company. I'd be happy with a $1.5 billion company, 10% of what they've done. I don't need to beat them. We beat them, but we don't have to be as big as them. Then you got companies that do have multiple product categories, right? So Amway's got all kinds of product categories, Melaleuca, Market America. But what's the problem with those? Well, it's really simple. There's only one brand. So if you don't like the Amway brand, you don't buy it. If you don't like the Melaleuca brand, you don't buy it. What we're talking about is localized stores to each country of brands that are localized language, culture, and also probably brands they know or up-and-coming brands they will know in every country around the world. That is an absolute game changer. Last part, I want to talk to the team builders. If you're a team builder right now, usually this conversation is with somebody that's built a team in the direct sales networking space. If we're being open and honest with each other, here is the last 4 years, and now this year will be the 5th year of downward sales. Sorry, guys. Of downward sales trends in the direct selling industry. Why is the industry crashing? Some of you go, oh no, this company's doing great. Okay, got it. It's very easy for individual companies to do great because everyone just leaves one company and goes to another company. I'm asking you, why is the industry crashing? The answer is the gig economy and social media influencers. A dad who needs to make a second income is not going to go build a team of 100 people to make $1,500 this month when he can just drive Uber. A stay-at-home mom is not going to go build a team of 50 women to go, sell 2 lipsticks each when she can do social media influencing and sell 100 herself and make way more money. The times have changed. You've got to adapt, shift with those changes. There's literally $5 billion companies I can think of that no longer $5 billion direct sales companies that have eliminated their MLM channel in the last 2 years. And they only do now what? Social media influencing. We're building a platform to meet them in the middle. And what's great about this is we're not going to tell you what to sell. We are a platform of purposes. You decide what you want to sell. Whatever your purpose is, go curate your own products and services. And if you can't find them on the platform, go recruit the companies that you want to sell for. Well, they're not on Shopify. Get them on Shopify. It's really easy. have them build a store on Shopify, bring it into our marketplace. You now can build your own company inside a company with any of the products that you want to sell. And you can do it around the world. Too many great people in the direct sales industry who've made bad decisions the last 5 years because they want to build a global company. And because you want to build a global company, you can't build products because products don't ship into every country. So there's only a couple of companies that are global in the industry that are product-based companies. So what happens? Everybody joins the next Forex software, then they join the next crypto deal, and then they join the next travel deal, none of which are long-term solutions, but all of which you can build around the world. We are that solution. You will build teams all around the world, and you will find localized stores, vendors with products made in that country, shipping in that country, and you'll override all of it. That's what we're up to. And it's an absolutely beautiful thing. I'm going to summarize, but before I do, I want to bring on Rebecca and Trisha. I'm going to let them just kind of tell what they love about the company, let them share any direction they want to, and then I'm going to summarize and then we'll wrap up. So Rebecca, why don't we start with you, and then Trisha will have you go next.
Fantastic, Nick. Well, I think I have a really good example. I was talking to a contact in Canada. They've bought on a product. They've got merch that they want to move within Shoply. They're not on Shopify. I've told them they need to be on Shopify. They've actually got somebody in their team who's just given up their job at L'Oreal to promote this product because they saw they saw what a great hit it's going to be. And I just think this is what I love about this. We never underestimate who you're talking to, because this is absolutely for everybody. And I'm really excited at the thought of working with them. So yeah, I think this is everybody. And what I also love about it, because I do know about, as Trisha does as well, about influencers, is quite often, these kids, they're given links to promote and they never really get to see the figures. The great thing about this, and I've been having this conversation with our little influencer, is they can actually see already. I can feel her mind turning. She's realized after a couple of years she doesn't really know how those links are working. She's just told it's X, Y, or Z. I mean, right now she can actually see live what she's generating, and that's really appealing to her. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Rebecca, thank you so much. That's a great share. The fact that you're in England, you found a brand that's a great brand over on the other side of the world. They're moving into the Shopify rail, so you're going to be able to pull it into Shoply and start building. A brilliant way of resharing the story. Trisha, over to you.
Well, I'm really inspired about three types of people, and there's millions of the one type who've built huge muscle in the product traditional direct sales world, and they are amazing. They just never got what they're worth, and to be able to step into this for them and is amazing. I mean, it's just amazing, and they're there and ready. And then there's a second world of people who came into the decentralized world, and they've got the taste of making money in this world too, but they are perfect for coming on board with this, because this has that amazing, physical aspect that they don't have in that world of the blockchain. And then the third world is the masses, the world who haven't stepped out yet. They've never gotten engaged, and that is an incredibly huge world that can come into this, and everybody can be successful. So that's the world.
All right. Thank you, Team London, or Team UK. Appreciate y'all. So guys, let us summarize. Today's conversation was for people of influence. You're already successful at something. You're already good at business, or you lead, or you influence. So we had a high level dialogue. This is not our basic, quick, short conversation. It's a high level dialogue. But sometimes when you're hearing a lot of facts, figures, and a whole business model, it also can be complex. This is how simple what we really do is. We have 6 types of licenses. So in order to join the software, there's 6 types of license. Those licenses range. Oh, sorry, I thought it was there. Those licenses range, I'll show you in a second, from $1 all the way to $800. An Influencer Pro with an $800 license has the ability to do everything and anything inside of our ecosystem. They can go get vendors, they can team build, they can get direct bonuses, they can be in it, they can go live and do social commerce, they can do everything. Okay. So this is what we're here to talk to you about, is being an Influencer Pro. On September 3rd, that will be the first time we go live to enroll people on licenses. So you got a while here to get things going and get things pre-built. An Influencer Pro, the license that can do everything, what will happen is an Influencer Pro will go, oh, trying to move, I can't move the pictures of all of us are right across the part I'm trying to see, and I can't get it out of the way. So guys, give me a second to move this thing. There we go. Jeez. Okay. An Influencer Pro is the person, as you guys heard, that can go bring on vendors. So an Influencer Pro says, hey, Shopify store, download this app. It's $1. It's free for 90 days, and then it's $99 a month in your 4th month. Shopify store's like, heck yeah, let's go. They download it and they onboard. The moment that they onboard, their store becomes available on the Shoply marketplace. At that exact moment, Shoply promoters start posting, start sharing, start creating exposure and awareness, and customers say yes. It's that basic. Influencer Pro refers a store, store onboards, shows up in the marketplace, promoters share their products, everybody makes money. The only other part of this is the network effect. How do we multiply that? Great question. We have 3 licenses of people that can build teams and build communities. What they do is they get rewards members, aka customers. They get affiliates who get rewards members, and they get other team builders who continue to multiply the network. That's it. We get stores into our marketplace, people share. Then we replicate that process and create the network effect. On September 3rd, our licenses will be live. We're not taking affiliates until October 1st or affiliate managers. There's no products until available to October 15th, so we won't be taking Rewards Plus members. We will be taking merchants on September 15th. That's a whole different conversation. Right now, we're looking for team builders who are influencers and influencer pros. And an influencer can build a team worldwide, but they cannot bring on merchants. Influencer pros can build a team worldwide, but they can bring on merchants. So that's the distinction between those two. September 3rd will be day one when you will officially be saying yes. So we started our Shoply 3.0 dialogue a couple days ago in Miami. Tomorrow, our invitation system will go live. That invitation system is going to allow you to reserve your spot and to start pre-building your network of other influencer pros who want to be positioned early. So when you press go on day one, you're not just paying for your $800 license. You're making 500, 800, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 in the first couple of weeks because you had time to pre-build it. So on September 3rd, we're going to enroll. First paychecks will be a week later. Vendors come on September 15th. October 15th, the marketplace goes live. I want everybody to grab their phone if you're on your computer really quick and hit this. You also can screenshot it. And then maybe, I don't know, text it to your wife or husband's phone, and then hit it again. This is where all of our news, updates, and anything you're looking for all the time is always found here. And then here's our current schedule. We just got done with this. in a few hours, if you're the type of person that wants to go very deep into the compensation incentive plan, I'm going to do that live in a few hours. Tomorrow, the invite system goes live. And on Saturday, we'll do a snapshot just like this. So you can bring as many guests as you want so they can hear this information. So what you do is you'll have your invite system. You'll sign up 3, 5, 8, 10, 12 people next couple of days for free, and then put them on the snapshot on Saturday. And then at 8/4, we do a strategy session with US Australia. 8/5, I believe, is UK EU. So that's a quick recap, guys, of all of the upcoming events. One last chance to subscribe to the Telegram channel to get all the info. I'm going to close with this. Myself, my business partners, guys, we've done over $10 billion of the B in sales. This isn't our first rodeo. This is the most difficult thing we've ever had to create. It is the biggest vision. It's the most compelling vision, and it's a heavy lift to pull it off. But if anyone's going to pull it off, we're going to pull it off. And if we, apart from each other, have done over 10 billion in revenue, what can we do together? And what can we do together with you? What can we do supporting you, working with you, launching your markets, your teams, your brands, your merchants, your stores? And what could that mean to you and your family over the next 36 months? So lock in that invitation tomorrow and go crazy, inviting as many people as you can. And the upcoming 30 days, as September 3rd will be right around the corner. Good luck, everybody. Welcome to Shopley. I can't wait to work with y'all.